All right, we'll go ahead and call the City Commission meeting to order. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, well, welcome this evening. It looks like everybody survived the Super Bowl. So whether you were Chiefs, Philly, Rihanna, whatever fan you were, we're all here tonight and ready to do some business. So that's good. Roll call.
Benson.
Here.
Brunick. Here. Johnson.
Present.
Maibaum.
Present.
Minor.
Here.
Schramm.
Here.
Weber.
Here.
Villanueva.
Present.
Mayor Mosier.
Here.
City Manager Leon.
Here.
City Attorney Denherter.
Here.
Number 2 under routine business is to approve the minutes of the work session meeting of January 23rd, 2023, and the regular meeting of January 23rd, 2023. What is your pleasure? Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any commission discussion on the minutes of either meeting? Anybody in the public? All those in favor of approving the minutes say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. And anybody abstaining? Minutes passed. Number 3 under routine business is the schedule of bills. What is your pleasure?
Move to pay the bills.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Any commission discussion on the bills? Anybody in the public? Roll call.
Johnson.
Aye.
Maibaum.
Aye.
Minor.
Aye.
Schramm.
Aye.
Weber.
Aye.
Villanueva.
Aye.
Benson.
Aye.
Brunick.
Aye.
Mayor Mosier.
Aye, motion carries. Number 4 under routine business is the city manager's report. So I'll turn it over to City Manager Leon.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor, members of the commission. Our mission at the City of Yankton is to provide exemplary services, experiences, and spaces that create opportunities for everyone to learn, engage, and thrive. Few things for you all this evening. First of all, you might notice in the chambers we have some new flags. Both the American and South Dakota flag are new, as well as the poles. We had one of our flags go down, so we made sure we treated that as we should and had staff buy new flags, so that those have been replaced. The Summit Activity Center task force met last Monday. One of the things they worked on was ongoing strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats analysis, and we were given some homework to develop some survey questions of both Summit Activity Center members and community members about usage and things they'd like to see at the SAC. So if there's something that you would like to consider being included in that survey, please contact either myself, someone from the park staff, or Mayor Mosier or Commissioner Schramm, who serve on that committee. Also, we are working through budget numbers and talking about expenses and revenues with that committee when it comes to the Summit Activity Center, and wanted to remind everybody that those are unaudited numbers, so those are not final numbers, but we're trying to provide information to the committee so they can help make decisions, but they're not final budget numbers. On February 26th, there is an important event happening, the Battle of the Badges, Police Department versus Fire Department annual basketball game. I don't know if you all want to take the over-under on that. Commissioner Villanueva just gave us all candy.
Is that points or injuries that you want the over-under on?
Just remember to wear red.
It's always a really good time. You'll see more from us on that event, but I do want to let the media know that we could have a quorum in attendance, but I don't think we'll be discussing city business. I'm not going to promise there won't be any smack talking, but no city business discussed. So make sure you can make it to that if you are available. Petitions for city commission are due on Friday, the 24th of February. Also to remind folks that you can only sign 3 petitions, different petitions. So reminder to the public about that. We are closed in observance of President's Day on Monday the 20th. And so the Monday route pickup for garbage and recycling will be the following day on Tuesday. So double routes on Tuesday. Today you have under consent item a work session scheduled for February 27th. What we'd like to do is present to you our personnel policy handbook. We've been working on that over the course of a whole year in conjunction with our collective bargaining agreement with AFSCME as well as our collective bargaining agreement with the FOP. And we've made some changes, some significant, and we'd like to highlight some of those changes with you and work through that and talk through those with you as well. In order for the personnel handbook to be in effect, that will require action, and we'll bring that forward to you at a later date. But that's what we have scheduled for 6 p.m. at your next work session. I want to thank Northwestern Energy. We had a power outage because of a short in some wires at the new water plant. Because of the extent of damage, we also was some power loss in the downtown area, but Northwestern came out, went above and beyond to help us with those repairs and got power restored downtown. And Kyle and I both agreed that it was important that we had the water plant power back up and going, but also that the Walnut got restored power in a short and timely fashion. So all is well that ends well, but Northwestern did a great job. I want to thank Bradwin Andy and his folks for helping us out there. I did not hear from any of you commissioners regarding my comment in my weekly update about the purchase of additional lighting for both the downtown poles as well as some pieces for the Riverside Park Christmas lighting display. The citizen who took it upon themselves to take on the lighting project has indicated that they will have us now put together those lights, and some of those lights are out. So Parks plans to purchase some commercial grade lighting for the poles as well as to purchase some pieces to add to the Optimus lighting display downtown. So if anyone has any questions about that, otherwise we'll make that purchase. Want to mention to you all about technology with our iPads and SharePoint. If anybody has technology issues, we are only on SharePoint now. If you have trouble signing in or trouble loading that, please call Dwayne at 668-5249 or call Gene or I, and we'll get you to Dwayne and his team, and we'll get you set up so you're where you need to be for your next meeting. Also, want to talk about the library. On Friday, they had a 50th birthday party for the library, and it was a nice little event. Lots of changes in the last 50 years, and I think the library is talking about changes in the future, too. So I want to wish Dana and her staff congratulations on that celebration. Happy to answer any questions of the commission, Mayor. Otherwise, I'll let you move on to your business.
Are there any questions of the city manager?
I had a question this week about trees being knocked down along Marne Creek in the Paddle Wheel Point area. Is that related to our Marne Creek stabilization project, Amy?
Correct. So folks may notice that the trail has some signage on it now, and there's some equipment there. They've mobilized, and they're beginning to do the beginning of the work, which part of that includes taking down some trees. There is going to be a trail or maintenance trail restored. In order to do that, some vegetation is going to be removed. So we are, actually, I talked this afternoon with some of the staff about more public information on that, so we'll make sure we include information about the trees. So that's where that stands.
I did have a question about and a comment. Again, just want to thank all the city staff for the amazing job they did for the snow removal. Historic January. Can't say it enough. It was wonderful to also see neighbors out helping neighbors move snow, which is it's what I think we're all about, especially here in Yankton. So with that being said, I was going to ask, is there a way, or is I would like to do this, and I'm sure some other commissioners may want to as well. I'd like to provide a lunch, pizza lunch, or some type of thank you to all the city staff that helped with that. Is there a way that we can do that and make sure we don't miss anybody?
Yes, there is a way you can do that, and we can visit about that offline there, but I'm sure that'd be very much appreciated. They like We like at the city pizza in the morning, pizza at lunch. We like breakfast, we like lunch, we like cold, we like all pizza. So we'll visit about that. I'm sure they'll appreciate that too.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Any other commissioners with questions for the city manager? All right, seeing no microphones come on, we are to number 5 under routine business, which is a chance for the public to appear in front of the city commission on something not listed on the agenda tonight.
Take that microphone too.
Yep. Dave, can you, or somebody help? Hang on, we'll come back to you.
I do. I got it. Are you ready?
I'm ready, but if you could state your name for those listening.
Yes. This is potential Yankton City Commission candidate Tom Bixler, and I am here tonight because I would like to get some signatures from our petition. Anybody who would like to sign it is more than welcome to do it on their way out. So if anybody in this room would like to sign it, they are more than welcome to do so. And I will be here until you adjourn or on your way out. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bixler. Is there anybody else in the public that would like to appear in front of the city commission on something not on the agenda? All right, seeing no movement, we will move on to the consent agenda. Number 1 is setting the date of February 27, 2023 at 6 p.m. in room 114 here in the Career Manufacturing Technical and Education Academy for the next work session of the Yankton City Commission on the topic City Manager Leone shared earlier. Number 2 is to establish February 27, 2023 as the date for the public hearing on the request for a special events on sale liquor license for June 10, 2023 from Rock and Rumble Incorporated, doing business as Yankton Rib Fest, Michael Sarda, president, at the block of 3rd Street between Cedar and Walnut, plus another half block west on 3rd Street to the alley, and so on in the commission packet. And that's located down in downtown Yankton. Number 3, establish February 27, 2023 as the date for a public hearing on the request for a special malt beverage on sale retailer's license for 3 days, August 18th through the 20th, 2023, from Yankton Area Riverboat Days Incorporated, Melissa Wubin, treasurer, that is located at Riverside Park, Yankton, South Dakota. What is your pleasure with the consent agenda?
Move to approve the consent items.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor of approving the consent agenda, say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. And anybody abstaining?
Abstention. I'll be abstaining on number 3,
Thank you.
affiliation.
Yep. All right, moving on to old business. Number 1 is consideration of memorandum 23-26 regarding the request for a new retail on-off sale malt beverage and South Dakota farm wine license for July 1st, 2022 to June 30th, 2023 from Joanne D. Salvis, doing business as Salvis Concessions, located at Sertoma Park, 15th and Fertig Street, Yankton, South Dakota. What is your pleasure?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any commission discussion? Anybody in the public? Roll call.
Mybom,
Aye.
Minor,
Aye.
Schramm,
Aye.
Weber,
Aye.
Villanueva.
Aye.
Benson,
Aye.
Brunick,
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Mayor Mosier.
Aye, motion carries. Number 2, under old business, is a second reading and a public hearing of Ordinance 1069, supplement number 1 to Ordinance 1064, the 2023 Annual Appropriation Ordinance. What is your pleasure?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any commission discussion on this? Anybody in the public? Roll call.
Minor,
Aye.
Schramm,
Aye.
Weber,
Aye.
Villanueva,
Aye.
Benson,
Aye.
Brunig,
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Mybom.
Aye.
Mayor Moser.
Aye, motion carries. Moving on to new business. Number 1 is consideration of memorandum 23-25 regarding a bid award for a 5-year hay lease at the Chan Gurney Airport. In your packet was designated to, or the bid came from Chris Nelson, doing business as Nelson Supply out of Mission Hill. That was at $123.45 an acre, which comes out to $45,553.05 a year. And since we are considering a 5-year hay lease tonight, that puts it in the amount of $227,765.25 for 5 years. What is your pleasure?
So moved.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Any commission discussion?
Will we be seeing this lease at some point?
Sure, we can send it to the commission if you'd like to see it.
Any other commission discussion? Anybody in the public? Roll call.
Schramm,
Aye.
Weber,
Aye.
Villanueva,
Aye.
Benson,
Aye.
Brunig,
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Mybom.
Aye.
Minor,
Aye.
Mayor Moser.
Aye. Motion carries. Number 2 under new business is consideration of memorandum 23-27, accepting the sanitary sewer, storm sewer, and street improvements for Wedgewood Drive of the Ridgeway North Development Project. That is a Kirby Hofer development. What is your pleasure?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any commission discussion? Anybody in the public? Roll call.
Weber,
Aye.
Villanueva,
Aye.
Benson,
Aye.
Brunig,
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Mybom.
Aye.
Minor,
Aye.
Schramm.
Aye.
Mayor Moser.
Aye. Motion carries. Number 3 under new business is consideration of memorandum 23-29, recommending approval of an agreement with JEO Consulting Group, Inc. for professional services on the Meridian Pedestrian Bridge. That in front of you tonight is in the amount of $39,295, and JEO Consulting Group Incorporated is located out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Amy, is there some things you'd like to walk the commission through before this consideration?
Sure. Just so everybody's clear, this is a engineering contract to determine what we need to do with the columns on the south side of the bridge. We have had some, I guess, damage, or over time, some conditions that required us to take a little look into that. We felt that it best to have somebody that specializes in bridges and understands this kind of work a little more than we do ourselves take a look. And so we're recommending to you that we engage with JEO to take a look at the extent of the repairs and let us know what needs to be done. So once this work is done, part of this work will be developing an estimate to for that work, and then we'll have to bid that out. We don't have bridge repair budgeted as an expense here, so that will be an additional capital item if you so should choose to move forward with it. And we'll likely recommend that you do. So, we're not talking about a inspection here of the entire bridge, just this area. Want to make sure folks understand that. And there will be a time when we'll want to talk about that. However, we know that this repair is immediate, so we wanted to bring this forward to you as soon as we were able to find the expertise to do so. Happy to answer questions if you have them.
If there are no questions as tied to the motion, what is the pleasure of the commission?
So moved. Second.
We do have a motion and a second. With that on the floor, are there any other additional questions from the City Commission? Anybody in the public? Roll call.
Villanueva,
Aye.
Benson,
Aye.
Brunig,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Mybom,
Aye.
Minor,
Aye.
Schramm,
Aye.
Weber,
Aye.
Mayor Moser.
Aye, motion carries. Number 4 under new business is consideration of memorandum 23-28, recommending the introduction of ordinance 1070, amending section 3.14 of the Yankton City Code of Ordinances and scheduling the public hearing and a second reading at the February 27, 2023 City Commission meeting. Can I get an introduction?
Introduced.
Onto other business on our agenda. There is no other business in front of the City Commission tonight. So with that, I would ask for a motion to adjourn into executive session to discuss contractual litigation and personnel matters under SDCL 1-25-2.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. And anybody abstaining? We are adjourned into executive session.
Memo that you guys.